We call them Chatterbox Monties.
Chatterbox Monties. It's got a nice ring to it.
It's your next NPC.
Yeah. And he's just constantly talking. Here's your thing, yeah. Right?
We do love a good Monty in here.
Well, speaking of NPCs, in danger or otherwise, shall we get to this week's episode of Reflex Save?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's do it.
What do we remember from last week on Reflex Save? And we cut to music.
D&Ms.
Late night talks while on caravans. Sleds.
Yeah, not a bad way to put it.
We investigated Duggan's Hole, or we scooted past Duggan's Hole and saw basically a massacre, a dragon massacre.
We did throw that town under the bus.
Hey, they brought it on themselves.
I purposely ignored them.
If they were nicer to us, would we have gone there sooner to try and protect them?
They were very hostile.
That's a question for you.
They didn't let us in. They were very violent.
No.
And then... Good mead.
Well, Svieta is a druid, so...
And she never talks to
it's
animals
kind of her
anymore.
thing.
No, she always talks to animals because they can't help talking back.
That's true.
Don't worry. Chucky can understand you without speaking.
Are you going to speak as Chucky?
If you ever talk... So he can't speak common, he can understand it though.
So long as he can talk, I
Well,
can think at him.
Yes, you can.
I think that works. Yeah, he understands common. He should be able to talk back in common, basically, psychically. So Svieta has a unique connection where she can talk to him. He also said his intelligence was a bit better, right?
He has an intelligence score of 6.
Yeah, well, that's better than most beasts.
I was actually worried it would be above my intelligence.
All right, I've got to make a DM rule here.
Yes.
Svieta can talk to Chucky
Nice.
in her head, uniquely. So, Zimma, you've got a voice to come up with because you're playing it.
Excellent. It might be a bit rough to start with.
Yeah, that's right.
It's okay.
Anyway, back to away from Power Jacks.
Goodmead had no dead bodies.
That's correct. You
And-
guys did come into Goodmead, sorry.
Yeah. And Horatio saw people in the woods.
I think both Svieta and Horatio, when we approached her house, did see people starting to
I
come out
think
of the
you
woods.
saw them as I arrived as well. We both saw them, yeah. Start coming out of the woods.
Now, important note, to get here in a timely manner, you did take some assistance from a wizard that had been looking for you, called Velian. I can never get that. Veline.
The wizard who wants something.
She wants something.
Yes.
You know she wants something, but you don't know what that is at the moment. But she did make good on her offer to help you out.
Yes.
She said that she'd meet you after everything was said and done in Bryn Shander. However, you guys didn't want to go there. You wanted to go straight to Goodmead and see what the damage was. And as you can see, it's extensive. Only the Mead Hall seems to stand untouched. And Wodun had checked that out. There wasn't anyone there either. But we will pick up where we left off, where Horatio and Svieta see people emerging from the forest north of Goodmead.
At this point, have I made it besides Svieta?
Yes.
I'm just going to... Well, I'll see the people coming out, but I'll quickly turn to her and just try and get a read on how she's looking at this stage.
Pretty crestfallen. I'm actually probably not looking at the people coming through the forest,
Makes sense.
just because my house is being demolished. I'm looking for something, but it's probably gone.
Okay.
Like just on my squatted down, just
I see you
searching
down
through
looking
the
at
rubble.
something.
Yeah.
Okay. I might just come down and join you and say, Svieta, I'm so sorry. And I might, if you'll allow it, I might try and just I don't know, I won't put an arm around you, but I might just put like a hand on your shoulder or something for some support. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but we've got company. It looks like the residents of the town survived. I think the little chipmunk man.
My meat bird.
Oh, it was your meat bird.
It did something. Oh my god.
Your meat bird saved these people, Svieta. I forgive my lack of memory.
It's been a very long day.
Yeah.
Do I see anyone? Well, of course I would recognize everyone, but do I see anyone of prominent nature?
So you start looking at the people who haven't really started emerging too much, but as they see you, you can see them talking back and forth. Svieta, you do recognize people, as you said, in general, and as the commotion happens, you can hear people you just hear these whispers of, it's the heroes. The heroes have returned. They're back in Goodmead. Oh, they saved us. Yes, the meat bird came out of nowhere. And then as they start talking back and forth, you see Olivessa step forward. All right, everybody. Calm down. I will speak to them. Everyone get out of the forest. I think the dragon has gone now. Okay, start heading into town. Look, John, you take half the villages this way. We'll see if you can pick through anything. Jeremy, go towards the mead hall. See if there's anything that survived. Okay, yes. And then people start scattering out from the woods, but Olivessa approaches you.
Okay. Stand back up.
Yeah, I'll probably put Horatio in between me and the crowd. I'm not a people person. And then wave down Olivessa.
Olivessa sees you and gives you a wave and then approaches, and she says, Svieta, it's very good to see you okay. I assume the very strange bird that made its way into Goodmead not too long ago was from you.
Yeah, thank you for not barbecuing it. But I'm really glad that the message got through. Did you pass on the message to the other towns?
It did. Well, we did send birds out to all the other towns, yes. Although it was not too long before the beastly dragon attacked. We only just managed to evacuate in time. There was some that didn't think that we should leave. Our new speaker, in fact, did not want to relinquish the town so easily. However, the popular vote did get the better of it, and we were able to escape to the cave where you fought the Verbeeg in. That's where we held up for most of the last few hours. Or maybe a bit longer than that now. It's hard to tell. It was during the night. Our new speaker, though, I guess that position is quite moot. Shanda has left towards Bryn Shanda. Took some of his friends, associates with him.
How long ago did the dragon leave?
Well, we've been very cautious, but I think that it may have left maybe 4 or 5 hours ago. I think that's right, yes. We were still held up deep in the forest at that point, and we started making our way back to town when we thought we saw it flying overhead, slowly making our way, and, well, we've only just got here. I suppose very good timing to see you here. Where are your friends? Please don't tell me that they're okay? Horatio,
Well, Horatio's here.
Yes.
Hello.
The other two, Wodun and Carnelian, they're
They're at the mead hall. Remarkably, the mead hall still stands.
Yes. Oh, really? Well, at least we'll get some provisions back. Okay. It's not all bad. I don't think we lost anyone.
How long was the dragon here for?
Well, it arrived and was here for about an hour, strafing the town from the sides with this horrendous breath weapon that spilled forth from it. I don't really know where it went, but it's left at least here for now.
Okay, so... Well, it's on its way to East Haven.
Really? How do you know?
Oh, I'll show like the little dragon trinket. It's like, this was showing us like a pathway.
Yeah, like it's flight path. Duggantall was first. It's been decimated utterly.
Oh, that's a shame.
Goodmead was next, then East Haven, and then we'll just sort of go on to explain the rest of the flight path.
I see. Well, that's at least good news. We did send messages out to all the towns, but I really don't know how they will respond. It's really going off of my word, as who's not a speaker, and the word of all of you. I suppose it depends on your relationship with all the other towns. Will depend on how they react. East Haven, at least, is one of the larger towns here in the 10 towns. Perhaps they are able to put up somewhat of a fight.
It could still be there.
Potentially. How long, Svieta, do you think we could possibly reach East Haven in? How long do you think it might take?
I think if the spell's still on Otto and Dogcliff and the other dogs, maybe a little bit faster than what I thought. Maybe half a day?
So normally 4 or 5 hours potentially to get to East Haven on sled. but as long as the magic still holds, you could probably at least half that time.
Keep in mind as well, if it was in Goodmead for an hour, and then it left 5 hours ago, it may have already been done with Easthaven as well.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you're right.
Because if I imagine it would only take it a very short amount of time to go between towns. And if it's spending a good hour there, yeah, I think the more I think about it, the more I think we may have to just try and almost make a stand in Bryn Shander and try to anticipate and perhaps get the assistance of the town to form some kind of resistance. I feel like we're not going to be able to chase it down. I feel like we need to get ahead of it and prepare.
So wait till it destroys all the 10 towns.
Well, I mean, what do we... is there much we can do? Maybe we need to talk it out.
We should chat with the others, yes.
Well, I'd recommend you get together. This fog has made things quite difficult this morning, but it should clear very soon. Maybe we'll have a better idea. Easthaven, at least, if on a clear day you can see the edge of the town. Maybe you'll know more when you can see it properly. Well, in any case, let's head to the mead hall. Yes, you said it's still standing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, whatever you decide to do, you let us know. We can head to Bryn Shander if you think that is safer, or we can stay here and start trying to pick up the pieces. I don't know if the dragon is set to come back, but we defer to you here.
Based on what we've seen at the fortress, do we get the impression it's going to keep doing the rounds, or it's just going to do the one and head home?
All you know... Yeah, actually, no, you would know this because it's sort of made apparent to you. The circuit is on the board, ends back at the fortress. So it goes this full circuit, then stops. And from what you can tell, anything then that would need to be done with it to send it back out, it would need to be given that new command to go. You've killed Zardarok. It's quite possible it won't be able to now return back out once it leaves the 10 towns, depending on how much of it you're able to say. Of course, it's going to wreak havoc up until then, but you at least have stopped probably repeat visits.
Svieta, I'm gonna head to the mead hall. Do you want a moment?
I will catch up.
Okay. I'll go with you, Olivessa.
Yes. And she turns to Svieta and she puts a hand on your shoulder. It really is good to see you. I am very sorry about your home. But at least we're all here. The town survived. You can take solace in that. And I think that wouldn't have been the case, really, had we not have had any warning. So, thank you. Truly.
You're welcome. Yes, thank you.
Okay, we'll leave you. Let's go, Horatio.
Yes.
And you start heading back towards the mead hall. We're going to pull back from there. We'll come back to Svieta just at the end, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And let's just go to Carnelian and Wodun. I'm going to say, just because you were fairly close to each other, Wodun, once you come back out of the mead hall after investigating, and Carnelian, once you've got Martin... Chocky. Sorry. Chocky the Martin. Let's be very specific and make sure the title is there at all times. Chocky the Martin. You sort of meet up back together in between the mead hall and what was the Flaming Sword Shrine. So I'm going to say you can meet up back there if you want.
Alright. Can we, so where we are now, like, are we seeing people yet, or are they still making their way out of the woods?
Not just yet. I'll give you a couple moments, but if you want to wait, we can go straight to that.
Carnelian, who is this that you're atop?
Carnelian is gonna do a stroke the neck of the Martin because he's currently riding his new friend.
I think I've seen one of these before, Carnelian. Is that a Martin between your legs?
That is a Martin. This is very good. You must have rolled a good knowledge nature.
He's a very, very handsome boy, that Martin of yours.
No, I mean
Does he have a name?
Martin. Yeah, his name's Chucky.
Adorable.
Yeah.
I love him already. I can't see any people though here. There's no one in the mead hall. I don't know how it's still standing.
Well, it's the biggest and thickest building. Maybe it's just it didn't burn like all the other houses.
But it's so strange. Where are the people? We saw bodies at Brinshanda. I mean, no, where were we? Duggan's Hole.
Duggan's Hole. Carnelian's going to have a listen out.
Yeah, go for it.
12.
So the morning has been quite quiet. Obviously now you're standing near where Otto and Dogcliff are, and the dogs are a bit antsy and agitated, so you can hear their little yips and barks. But otherwise, the fog has really killed off a lot of the long-range sound. But you know, listening from what you had before, those distant sounds that you heard earlier when you were passing Duggan's Hole, you can't hear them now, really, because you didn't quite roll well enough. But as you're trying to strain your big floppy ears, you start hearing from the north of you sounds that are consistent of people talking. And as you sort of open your eyes to head that way, I suppose maybe you point for Wodun, you both turn and you can start seeing people now filtering in from the north road. And you can see a few of them that you already recognize. I mean, you guys have lived in the town, especially Wodun, for some time. And everyone appears very shaken up, but unharmed. I don't know if you talk with any of them, but they seem to be picking through the remains of houses. There's a group of them that start heading towards the mead hall.
Wodun's just confused. He's kind of looking at them all, going about their business, and he's kind of wondering, how the hell are they all still alive when the town has been obliterated, and he's gonna probably just keep looking for Horacio and Svieta again to meet up.
We sent them a message.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Sveta's meat bird.
Yeah.
Do you think Svieta saved the whole town with her meat bird?
Well, if there's no bodies in the town, then probably.
It's incredible.
You guys start talking back and forth, and then people are now paying you a little bit more attention, and some of them will come up to you, and you just see people almost crying, looking to shake your hands, touch you, embrace you, saying thank you, thank you, thank you. After a short period of time, Horacio and Olivesa come walking down the road as well.
You'll hear Horacio just going, Olivesa, is anyone injured?
Well, we were quite fortunate. Some took injuries on the way through the forest. Going through any forest can be quite dangerous, but no, everyone made it out mostly okay. But if you want to check, we could set up a triage in the mead hall and see if anyone has any injuries that you could take a look at if you wish.
If there's nothing very urgent, perhaps we can come back. I mean, we really want to do what we can to stop this dragon. But if everyone's okay, then perhaps we can set up a triad station after.
We'll, if you wish us to stay here in Goodmead, we'll set something up, and you can always send people our way. We'll do our best to look after anyone that we can.
Of course. Thank you, Olivesa. You show remarkable resilience in the face of this adversity.
Well, someone had to. Oh, Wodun, Carnelian, hello.
Olivesa.
There's a small crowd now formed around you, giving you these sort of thank you hugs, and Olivesa, come on, give them all space. Yes, they have returned. But there'll be more time for that later. There's plenty of work to do. To the mead hall, to any places you can find, get anything you can, and get everything into the mead hall. We're going to make a triage station, and we may have to expect people coming here from other places, so get ready. Yes, and there's all this general din and roar. And someone, go find me a healer's kit. I'm sure that Horacio is running low. Don't, just put something together, okay.
Olivesa, really, it's fine.
I think you'll need it. We will keep as much medical supplies on hand as we can, but it looks to me like you've got a long road ahead of you. Okay, is there anything else we can do? And she's looking sort of at everyone now.
I'd like to just inspect the outside of the mead hall to try and get an understanding of why it's still standing. Does it look like... I guess what I'm trying to look for is is there some kind of magical property? Is there burn marks up to a point, then nothing? That kind of thing?
I see. You can make, depending on what you're looking for here, if you're just looking for evidence of burn marks and all that kind of stuff, you could use investigation. If you're looking for something in particular, I'll let you do perception. And if you want to do can I reverse engineer things based on sort of tracks and things like that, do a survival.
I'm going to go for investigation.
Is anyone else going to help you out with one of the other checks, maybe?
Oh, you'll allow me to do
I'll allow you
multiple
guys
checks?
to do multiple checks. I mean, you guys are a team at this point, so.
Okay. So I could use some assistance here. I'm trying to work out why the meat hall's still standing.
I know. I'll give the magic roll a go.
Okay.
So which one's that one? Sorry.
The
Perception, investigation, survival.
I'll go perception.
Perception, Wodun.
I'll go survival.
All right, sure. Roll it.
That's perfect.
Oh,
Good.
13 survival.
22. Wait, no. 25 perception.
Okay.
Damn. And what was that? 16 investigation.
Okay. Between all of you, so I'm just going to count this check as sort of like, you all hit, at least half of you hit the DC that I was looking for. So you do a bit of a look around the mead hall while as people start filing in, and you can see people taking things into the mead hall. If you look into the windows, like they're all intact. Maybe there's a couple of cracking here and there, but you see people setting up. As you're looking around, this is what you piece together. Most of the things here are in ruins and good mead that you can see. Leveled, raised, whatever you want to say. But the mead hall stands, and it doesn't look like it has been touched by anything. In fact, as you trace back, you can see these big long lines of scorched earth melted into the snow. Not like fire, but like something very intense heat had scorched along these big lines as it was sort of dragging across the earth. And you can see there's these very deliberate patterns where the mead hall has been missed. So it's either they're always parallel, perpendicular, or leading nearly up to, but it very clearly stops before it gets there. It looks to you, the three of you, when you piece it all together and talk it through, the mead hall was specifically spared.
You don't suppose that we have maybe the ale baroness to thank for that, who maybe would have wanted to preserve one of the major alcohol production facilities of the 10 towns?
We can't deny that possibility, as much as it pains me to say that. But perhaps that's something to discuss once the dragon's been dealt with.
It's not of great importance. It's just.
However, we could use it to our advantage. They are setting up a triage center in here. It seems like, this, not as I can't guarantee their safety, but certainly safer than just staying out in the open.
So, if the dragon is currently headed to or presently in East Haven, should we not try and head to Cerdinaval?
The risk there is that we miss it, and then we're too far up one path and have to double back.
It's still got a long way to go. If we miss it at Cerdinaval, then we can head to Brenchanda, which we know is its last, is the last place.
Yeah, hang on. Let me bring up my map as well.
Do you want me to switch you to the big map?
No, I've got a 4.5 meg JPEG in my backpack.
I think if Cerdinaval has a fortress, and I think specifically if we can head it off there, we might be able to save a lot more of the 10 towns, and more so than any of the other towns except Brenchanda that we've been to. I think it specifically has the best chance against a flying, fire-breathing monster.
Would it be considered the most heavily fortified of the 10 towns?
Outside of Brenchanda.
Outside of Brenchanda? Okay.
Roll, sorry, and you want to say something?
I was going to ask you if that was where we spoke to Hethel?
Yes, that's where the black swords were and everything. Dinaval?
Yeah, Dinaval.
Yes.
I mean, Cerdinaval is where we spoke to that. Remember the old lady with the peg leg that was spouting prophecy and knew your name?
Yeah, there's like a big fortress at the top of the hill.
I wonder if there's something in that. Maybe.
What do you remember what she said in the prophecy?
Yes, I do. She said something about the Sun's Bane, will conquer all Icewind Dale unless the four of you can stop them.
Well, she's not wrong.
No, maybe not. She didn't say that much.
Oh.
There was a whole speech.
Yeah, I have it here,
Didn't she mention a dragon? Or was that maybe the
No,
tiefling
she
we
did.
met?
She did, but it's kind of... I was thinking maybe there's like some reason for Horacio to be there, but she was kind of just giving us a clue that there is a forge that we need to get to at the spine of the world. Something, the Sun's Bane. We'll conquer all of the Icewind Dales.
I'm trying to desperately pull up which podcast episode it is.
I think like
Number 9.
9.
Yeah.
Literally the first one I started taking notes.
Predates my notes.
So I'm just going to leave you guys there because I think there's a couple things I want to talk to you about, but I think I'll get you back together as a party. So we pull out from you guys discussing what maybe your next steps are, and we will come back to Svieta, who is at her ruined home.
Can I rummage through the rubble?
Sure. What can you tell me what you're looking for, or you don't want to tell me?
No, I'll tell you.
Okay. Throw it in. DM me. My DMs are open.
Is she looking for her kettle?
She's looking for all that tea.
Well, that tea. It was pretty good.
What I will do then, in that case, is I'm going to get you to roll first a perception check, and then I want you to roll a percentile die for me.
Oh god.
To determine how many bags of tea that you are able to recover.
Oh, my Liptons.
What's your bloody Lipton?
Thank you.
That one bounced out.
Gonna have to go back to T2 at this rate.
I'm gonna shift. No, I'm gonna use my inspiration dice.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
It must be important to her.
That's pretty good. 26.
26.
Wow.
Okay.
Jesus.
Roll the percentile die.
So many bags of tea.
Roll for Lipton.
Oh, sorry. It was 74.
74. Okay. You start sifting through the rubble that was your home, starting at the entrance, but you know sort of where you want to head to. You slowly make your way through what was the living room where you all huddled together that night when the new moon and the sacrifice of warmth had to happen, and you stayed together for warmth, pausing for a brief moment to remember such a poignant memory. But you know where you need to head if you're going to find if this thing still is here. You move into what was the kitchen. It's mostly destroyed, but there's a couple of cabinetry that's sort of splintered but fallen over, and you start sifting through. And you find what you're looking for, but it's partially damaged.
Oh.
The healer's kit
Yay.
that you're after, out of 10 charges, has 7.
Okay. Thank you. I don't know how to put that on here.
Just put a healer's kit and just note somewhere that's got 7.
I'll just put
I
7.
just put the quantity as 7.
You can
Oh,
do that.
true, yeah.
That's fine.
See-
And then just take one off. Just remember to take one off.
This is why Tim's a smarty.
I mean, it's not my first salve.
It's true.
It
I've
does
developed a system.
It will add weirdly to your weight, but it doesn't matter. So you do find a healer's kit, and what you also salvage looking through is a couple of the small little whittled figurines that you've made over the course of your time. A lot of them were burned to ash, but a couple remain. I'll let you choose which ones survived.
The one that looks like Otto. Do any of the ones that I made of the guys survive?
Roll me a percentile.
Oh, not again.
Yep. How many? So we've got Otto, Dogcliff, we've got Carnelian, Horacio, Wodun. Did you make one for yourself?
No, I know what I look like.
Okay, so 5. So potentially 5, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
4.
A 4?
Yep.
Out of 100?
Yep. I'm not good.
Only one survives out of those 5. It is Otto.
Nice. Put in my pocket. I put it beside the little dragon
Okay.
for my next mantle.
Otherwise, everything else here appears to be destroyed.
Alright, I'm gonna head back.
You head back and you make your way towards the mead hall, which is where you said you were going to meet up. You can see now the town has people going through, pulling provisions out of whatever's left of homes and streaming into the mead hall. And just outside the mead hall, you can see the rest of your friends, as well as Olivessa, standing in a small huddle just outside the mead hall's entrance.
I go to the guys in Olivessa.
You got no choice, Fetty. You're going to have to engage
Hello.
socially. Sveta, welcome back.
Welcome.
Hello,
Oh.
Svieta.
Hello.
This is Charlie's Svieta.
Oh my god.
Oh, what the hell?
I love that Horacio didn't even notice the Martin.
Did you not notice that I am now eye level with you?
Well, yes.
Amazing.
That. What's his name?
Chuck.
Her name? I
His
don't know.
name,
His-
Chucky.
Chucky.
Hi, Chucky. Can I touch him?
Yes.
What does he feel like?
He is like sleek and soft.
Or where did you find him?
Well, I didn't find him. It's he is a spirit that I called to help us. Well,
What's his stat block? I want to turn into one.
he is a giant weasel.
Nice.
Stat block.
Yes, you can turn into a giant weasel now.
Oh, two
Well,
buttons.
Pine
Martin,
Martin.
specifically.
I
a
will
Martin.
be called Milk in that form.
Wait, what CR is it?
It is 1/8.
Oh,
So not worth it.
not worth it.
16 Martins. Oh, 16 weasels.
That's not how this works. The multi-weasel.
Whoa. Well, he is gorgeous.
Yes.
It's nice to see you at face height, at least.
I don't need a barrel anymore.
It's true.
I don't think the Inns are going to let him inside. But maybe after we save the 10 towns.
Yes, and on that note, I think it prudent that we choose our course of action quickly.
As you're standing there deciding what to do, I'm going to give you a little bit more. The fog or the mist, the morning mist, is starting to clear. You can now start hearing more sounds around you. The town is coming to life a bit, but you start hearing things a bit further away. Everyone roll me a perception check.
Okay.
God.
Oh,
Actually, hang on. I'm just going to move some stuff.
This one.
7.
Oh, it was a 12. But,
I got 11, but Chucky got 22.
Okay.
whoa, I got a 15.
Another 26.
Okay.
Whoa.
All of you are starting to talk about what your next course of action is, and you're deep in thought. However, Chucky remains undistracted, and Svieta, looking at Chucky, sees his ears prick up, and he looks off towards the northeast, and you follow his gaze, and you can hear this dull, roaring sound echoing across the Redwaters. When you do, you see a very dim flash of light in roughly the vicinity of where East Haven is.
Oh, guys,
Yes?
something's happening in East Haven still. Like right now.
Do you mean the dragon?
Yeah, I saw a flash. And that's not normal.
Let's go.
You can only assume that it is the dragon. Yes.
You all turn to see where Sveta's looking, and now that you're looking for it, every maybe anywhere between 6 to 24-ish seconds, you see another flash of light, and this kind of long, and it's like you'd be forgiven for thinking maybe it's thunder, but it's too long and too straight. It's not jagged like lightning. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then that dull roar comes across. There's no crack. It's just the low rumble of something very far away. But you can clearly see as these shapes start to take place in the mist, and you can see this smoke beginning to rise from that town in the shape of a dragon strafing the town with its breath weapon.
How quickly can we get to Caer Dineval?
A day.
A day? That dragon could be in Caer Dineval, I would say, what, an hour or two? By the wing?
Well, this is going off of our previous, sled
Well,
ride.
Yeah, we would need a means to get there faster, or we have no chance of catching it.
Carnelian and Horacio roll me an Arcana check.
Couple of magic boys.
Couple magic boys.
Oh,
Nope.
not so magic boys. Oh, bloody magic boys!
He's got it. He's got me covered.
Okay.
Couple of min-max magic boys, don't worry about it. Carnelian was a 1 on the die, I was a 20.
Sweet. Horatio, you're pondering how long it just how long it might take you to get to anywhere from here. There's a bit of a distance to cover, and you take a look at the sled that you've got, and in your expert opinion, you can still see the shimmer of magic surrounding all of the pack animals. Looks like the spell is still in effect. For how long, you don't know. But if the speed of which you were going there, you could probably half the time to any particular place that you would normally take.
Well, Valine's spell appears to still be active. I can sense its magic aura on our creatures. We may be able to get there if we go now and if we go hard.
Then we should go now, and we should go hard.
Yes, very hard.
Okay,
Immediately.
we can sort the plan out on the way. Olivessa, you good here?
Of course. So you want us to stay in good mead?
Yes, stay specifically in the mead hall. We have means to believe that it was spared deliberately.
Okay. Well, we'll set up a triage if you've got refugees or anything to send our way, or if you've got any message you can send us if we need to move. Just let us know. We'll await your call.
Meatbud.
Oh,
We'll await your beat bud.
yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Okay. Hey, it was very, very friendly.
It's disgusting.
It was a little bit gross, yes. But it saved our lives, so...
Look, we're on the timer. Go away.
Okay. Everyone get into the meat hall! And she starts walking away as she's calling the rest of the villagers. So where are you intending to go? I didn't know if at the end of this, are you going to go to
Caer
Dinaval? Are you going to go to... Yeah, there's also... Like, you can see those flashes are still at East Haven at this stage. Of course, you could also make for another town as well.
Yeah.
To get to Caer Connor, you would have to go through Caer Dinaval anyway.
Mhm.
And the next closest town is Bryn Shander, so I think Caer Dinaval is like the most beeline option we have.
It's,
Okay.
it's like now or never kind of deal, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Final question before you set off. Sticks and stones. They've been standing there just basically like with the dogs, like patting them down and making sure they're all ready to go. Do you want them to drive still, or do you guys want to take the reins?
I mean, I'm happy to let Sticks and Stones keep riding.
Yep.
They seem capable pilots.
Helmsman.
Helmsman.
You pile into the two sleds. Sticks and Stone gets on board, and they mush the dogs and Otto into action. You guys take off quickly to the northern road, and you head towards the crossroads between East Haven and Bryn Shander, Caer Conig, and Goodmead.
Hard, Sticks. Go hard.
Yeah, 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 yeah! Mush, mush! Mush, mush! They urge the dogs and Otto forward as quickly as possible. Where's Chucky in all this?
We can... Chucky can get into one of those... you can get into a harness.
If you wish, yeah. Okay. So Chucky joins Dogcliff and Otto and a random dog or two to make that sled a bit stronger. Although...
He doesn't have the speed spell.
Doesn't have the speed spell.
No,
What's his movement?
40.
I think he'll get left behind with the long strider.
What if he just, slides on it? Just slides along. Doesn't it?
What?
They're dragging him in a harness.
That'd be awful.
He can just sit on top of Otto. He's big enough.
Is the
He's a
giant weasel a medium size?
He's a medium-sized creature.
Otto is getting large by himself, just about.
A centaur can ride a horse.
We're not going to get into that.
The Chucky can ride Otto.
Oh my god, we're not going to get into that. Holy.
Look, I think a medium-sized creature could fit in the sled.
It'll be a bit cozy, but yes, I will say that.
I will cozy up with him.
Okay.
Get him in here.
Only because you're a small creature. Yeah. Okay. Same sled configuration as before?
Yep.
Okay. You take off north. As soon as you start moving, all the townsfolk that are walking on the road or in between houses, seeing your urgency, start parting before you and giving you a clear run. The kobolds ushering the dog as fast as they can, as the magic spell will allow. You make very quick progress towards the crossroads of the East Haven. You take a look out to your east towards East Haven. You can still see the dragon that is there, strafing the town. But destination is still Caer Dinaval. So, you start speeding along. It's a little bit longer now to get to Caer Dinaval than East Haven, but you're making great time along the road. Already you can see everything here is like sort of, you've been this way before. You're starting to recognize some of the landmarks that you have, especially Svieta, who has made these treks to Caer Conig and Caer Dinaval many times by herself. Svieta, could you do me a nature check?
Can I do it? No. Okay. 7.
7. I'll just say that the woods seem still. You don't see the errant foxes or hares that normally you would see along the way.
I recognize Sam's burial place though.
You do. As you pass by, you can see Sam's burial place where you left.
Awesome.
Indeed. Speeding along, you start coming around the corner and you can see the town of Caer Dinaval. You still don't yet hear the dragon that was last you heard in East Haven. As you're on your way to Tier Dinnerval, is there anything you'd like to do? You can talk to each other. You've got a bit of time as the kobolds are driving for you.
Tune in to Horatio one last time.
Is it... I wonder what the success rate of the eggs... I wonder if they all hatch.
Horatio?
Yes?
What are you... never mind. I have a gift for you when we stop.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, I don't know. I just would forget if... it's a thank you. And also, just... you look like you needed it because you used quite a bit. But I have my old healer's kit. I found it in my house.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Svieta. That will definitely go to good use.
Yeah, I didn't want to be a part of the crowd, but I thought I might be useful in some other respect. And also, you use quite a bit of salve.
Oh yeah, you know me. I don't hold back on the salve. I do burn through it quite quickly.
Do you have any new healing spells at all?
In terms of healing, I don't have anything today, and nothing new today. I did take a couple of things, perhaps a little too hastily, in preparation for the interrogation of Wodun. But rest assured, I have my heals that I had before. I also have the ability, I think, to remove a large amount of ailments that may befall us. So...
Ailments?
Yes, a restoration spell, if you will.
Oh.
So, yes, I think we're okay for healing.
Do you think there might be time before the dragon comes to interrogate Wodun?
I really don't think that.
Okay, I'm not good with the distances, that's all. I just thought I might clarify first.
No, I think that can wait a little bit. I mean, he still seems mostly himself, especially in as long as you don't talk about his possessions. He seems fine for now, so
okay,
we can worry about him after.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page before we...
Okay.
I was going to say landed.
Oh,
before
yeah.
we arrived.
One more thing.
Yes.
I was just thinking about what spells I had. And actually, yes, I do have something. And I don't really like talking about it, but... well, Svieta, I'm not sure if I have the means to cast it, but maybe one of us does. But I have a spell that can return one of us back to life, provided that we have died very recently. Does that help?
I'm very familiar with the concept.
Yes, I'm not, as you can tell.
Hopefully you don't have to use it.
Yeah, I've never used it, so I really hope I don't need to, because I don't know what will happen.
We'll put that in your back pocket, as they say.
Okay, I'll put it in my back pocket.
That's what they say, right?
Yes, I think. Anyway, how do you feel? Do you feel determined to take out this dragon?
Yes, I can't wait to kill it.
Nor can I. Well, disable it at least, I suppose.
No, kill.
Kill? Okay.
It sounds better that way.
So it looks like you guys are determined now to take this fight head on. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before you approach Kedin?
Yeah, I'd like to shout at the other sled.
Sure.
Wodun!
Carnelian!
Do you still have that wand?
Yes!
Use it on the dragon!
Okay.
No, I mean it. Point when the dragon comes, point the wand at it, and cast the spell on the dragon.
Okay. I'm ready.
Doesn't he need to be attuned?
He slept with it.
Ugh.
Whoa. Let me look up this web spell.
Wand of Web.
Alright, as the shouts echo back and forward, you start turning the last corner, and Caer Dineval comes into sight. You're approaching from a road that'll take you into this sort of half crescent of the town, and unlike last time, you can see quite a bit of activity. There are people carrying things out of homes, houses, places, and they appear to be streaming their way up the climb towards the Caer. You approach.
Yes, we should get up there and talk to the speaker.
Yes, of course.
So Sticks and Stones bends down and they say, "Do you want to stop here? Do you want to stop here, or we're going? Okay, we're going. Yeah!" And townsfolk again, seeing your urgency, starts parting their ways. Although unlike Goodmead, they seem a bit more like reluctant about it. You know, you see them talking to each other. They point to you, but they do seem to recognize you. You make your way uphill around the crescent and towards the uphill climb. There are a number of people now streaming in and out of the uphill climb, the inn just before the care, and it looks like they're taking provisions out, like you can see grain and all that kind of stuff, barrels and things like that, and they're making their way to the care. You push on past, and the care is this activity in and out of people. You arrive at the gate, which is open, and you stop in that little courtyard in the middle of the care, and you can see there are some people directing some of the supplies going inside to the care. And in the middle of the courtyard, talking to a couple of different people, you can see Speaker Crunk seems to be directing some of the action. He looks up and he sees you and waves you over. "Ah, the heroes return. As it would appear, you've saved us once."
Siva, we've
Yes.
returned on bad news, unfortunately, which it looks like you're aware of.
We got the message from Goodmead, yes,
The
and
message is true.
wouldn't have taken any notice of it had it not have been signed specifically from you. So I thought it prudent to start taking all the precautions we could. Moving provisions into the keep, trying to get as many people down to the bottom floor as possible.
Open the sluice.
You heard him? Open the sluice!
Open it
Open it!
all the way.
God damn it, I said open it!
Looks like you've got things sorted around here, Siva. Is there anything we can do?
Well, information is at a premium. We took your message seriously, of course, but what's going on?
The dragon has already leveled Duggan's Hole and most of Goodmead. It is currently in East Haven. We came here because we believe the battlements of this care would be the best place to fight it.
By the gods. Everyone, double time it! Get inside! Do we know how much time we have?
No.
Can we make an estimate?
We could probably get up on the battlements and have a quick look.
We'll marshal as many of the town guard as we can to help you, of course. Although we've been quite decimated recently with the Black Sword attack, I'll muster what I can.
We need as many swords and crossbows as we can on these portcullis.
Right. Okay. Yes. Let me see.
Sticks and Stones should take our sleds inside,
Yes,
like underground inside.
good idea.
Do you have any siege equipment? Any ballistae?
He shakes his head. You give us a little bit too much credit there. All that equipment's been broken long ago. We haven't had need of it for a long time. I'm afraid it's only going to be whatever weapons we can muster, crossbows and swords and shields, maybe spears. I probably have 25 good men at best that can help.
How many bad ones?
450 bad ones. Yes, we will use them as cannon fodder.
Good.
Perfect.
Good.
All you terrible people, line up and give a perfect target. No,
All you terrible people, line up.
I've got.
Can't even do that. Your line stinks. God, you shit. Go out of line. You must be terrible.
2 of them are my senior men, Jackson and Pollock.
There it is.
How did I know you were going to say that?
As soon as I said Jackson, I'm like, I gotta go with Pollock.
Yeah.
Get over here. All right. You two, organize the rest of the militia. We're taking orders from the heroes from now until the end of the whatever. Everyone else, start packing in. I'm going to assume we have as little time as possible, and I want to get as many people out of the town. Otherwise, I don't know how we can protect them. All right, if you don't need me anymore, I will just make preparations as fast as possible.
No, we're just gonna be waiting for the dragon on your walls.
Yes, carry on. We'll make our own preparations.
All right. Okay. I'll leave you. Hey! I said open that sluice! God damn it! Do I have to do everything myself? No, this is the sluice lever. He fades out, yelling about sluices. two of the men that were helping. They were like carrying stuff and staying here, but they look like they're decked out into a little bit of the Caer Dineval guards, like militia armor, like a guards tabard and things like that. They walk over. They put down what they're doing. They hand it off to anyone that they can that's nearby, and they approach. Jackson and Pollock stand at attention for you. All right, sirs, what would you have us do?
Do you have any wizards? Do you keep a tower wizard?
Yeah, wizards. No, we don't have wizards, I'm sorry.
Right. No wizards.
There was a wizard.
I don't think she was a permanent resident.
No.
Has Avarice been here recently?
No one by that name's come through. At least in the past few days, as far as I'm aware.
What was the tiefling's name?
I've written down.
The tiefling woman that you had, the temporary resident, is she no longer here?
I think we had a tiefling woman. There was some albino woman around somewhere, and
Oh yes, that
Avarice.
Yeah.
Avarice.
Avarice.
Thank you, Svieta. Yes, Avarice.
didn't catch her name. Haven't seen her. No, sorry.
I think the most important thing you can do is get crossbows into the hands of your best shooters and put them in the highest places you can find.
Well, we've got some in the armory here, but maybe some people got some hunting crossbows they should be bringing up.
Also, we want everybody spread out wide.
Spread out wide.
Don't want to be standing next to one another.
Okay, alright. We can, well, look, we got the walls. Do you think we should be up on the battlements?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, we can organise 2 squads to flank. We can probably cover half the tower at best, but we can't do the whole thing.
I'd spread. It breathes fire. We don't want to clump together.
Alright, spread out as much as possible. We can cover
Yes.
more of the tower that way, but the hail of arrows will be a bit thinner. Well, yeah, I guess we could do that. So you want... I'll get Jackson to do that. My name's Pollock, by the way.
Pleasure.
If you want, I can send a runner down to the town, maybe try and get some more of the hunting crossbows. They're not quite as good as the good old-fashioned crossbows, but they might do in a pinch.
Every little bit will help.
Yes, all crossbows are good crossbows at the moment.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll do that with post-haste. Yes. Hicks, go to the town. Get some more crossbows. I'm sure some people got some sporting goods and trappers and furs. Just get everything you can. Don't argue with me again. Just do it. I know that everyone's going to be grumpy, but the heroes have said there's a dragon coming and I don't want to take any chances. And then he starts directing people. So a few guards start running out of the front gate, heading into town.
Now that Carnelian's up on the walls, he'd like to see if he can't scan back over toward across the lock. And
You're not over the walls just yet, so you want to head up
yeah,
onto
head
the top. Okay, so that's what comes. So Carnelian's going to head towards the top of the battlements. I'm going to see Horacio. Is there anything you want to do?
I'll just go to Wodun quickly. So I gathered from that exchange you had with Carnelian on the sleds that you were going to attempt to use the wand of webs on the dragon, yes?
Yes. I'll be
Well-
up on the walls, ready.
Well, I will assist you with that endeavor. I will prepare the Bane spell, which will make it a little bit harder for it to resist the webs, hopefully. Just before you release the web, allow me to attempt to bane it first.
All right.
Actually, no, I definitely won't do that because it has a range of 30 feet. I'll go back to the drawing board and get back to you.
Right. Well, shall we head to our stations and prepare for battle?
Svieta, is there anything you want to do just in this sort of preparatory?
Meta prepping. Would we have had a short rest on the way here?
That's fine. You would just after a long rest anyway, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Oh,
had
only
enough
because I
time.
shifted. So.
Yeah, no, you had enough time to rest because the kobolds were driving for you.
All right. I'm going to just be in the courtyard. Oh, no, I'll go up to the battlements and just contemplate what animal to change into.
Okay, so you're all going up to the battlements. Are you splitting up or staying together?
Just a quick meta question. We got our temporary hit points back as well, right? We get them every day?
Yes,
right.
you do. The blessing of the Morning Lord, because it has been overnight and been dawn of a new day, you do get.
Was it 9?
10.
10.
10. Nice.
Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah.
good call.
Going through my spells, I saw false life. I'm like, oh yes. Temporary hit points. Why do I have that spell? We get it every day. I think I just get it. I don't think I chose it.
You may get it as part of being
Yeah.
a domain spell, so you
Yeah.
can't change it.
Oh, yeah.
You just get it as well.
Svieta can give over the healer's kit to Horacio if she wants to do that.
All right, yeah, I forgot.
I know, that's
Here
why.
you go.
I thought we'd just do that afterwards,
Yes.
was assumed. But thank you, Svieta.
It has 7 charges.
7 charges. I will mark that on my sheet.
Okay. And Wodun, are you wanting to take up a certain position on the battlements in particular?
Yeah, Wodun's going to go as close to like the front where he thinks that the dragon's going to be approaching from. So like towards the closest edge towards East Haven.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the web on wand of web on his hip, and he's going to like sort of give his spear like a shove, like shake it, like a sharp shake, I guess. And it's going to bamf into a longbow.
Oh,
Nice.
Cool.
And he is ready.
Okay. So, for your information, so the closest direction towards East Haven is actually sort of southwest, because you're looking the opposite direction. No, sorry, southeast. Yeah, because you're looking in the opposite direction. So one of the sort of circled turret areas is probably going to give you the best vantage point, which means you're actually going up there with Carnelian, because that's where he was heading as well to do his check in the surrounding area. So you both want to stick together at this stage?
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right, then in that case, both of you roll me a perception check.
Back to your old tricks.
Yep.
22.
22. Okay. Wodun, you are a little bit distracted by, you can hear a number of people running in and out. You can see after a while, like you're just sort of waiting in this tense moment, maybe 10, 15 minutes or so. And you can now start seeing some of those guards come back with some of those very errant crossbows, like the ones that don't look like they match the town's guards. And you can see people, you can see the militia starting to fill out and spread out across the turrets, across the walls of the care. People are starting to make their way inside. So you don't see anything, but Carnelian is focusing out over the lake, Black Dinashire. And you're really listening, and you can see very far in the distance that sort of like, it's on the edge of that sort of shimmering vision, maybe what would have been smoke, maybe a pillar rising from the direction of East Haven. As you're focusing on it, you start hearing this sound, this low rumble start coming from the direction that you're looking at, and you can hear this whomp, 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 whomp. And very soon a Shardland dragon comes into view, bearing down towards the care. The alarm, you now can turn to everyone and shout. You can see the dragon and you point off towards that direction. A shout goes up for the militia. People start scurrying from below you to try and get into the care as quickly as possible, dropping anything that they have to move faster. And we are going to have to roll for initiative next time on Reflex
Goodness
Save.
me.
The dragon!
We're gonna go.
I mean,
Dragon!
yeah,
Is that right?
that's right.
Okay.
You'll have to find out next week on Reflex Save. God damn it, Callan!
Sorry, you started saying it and got my Pavlovian
That's my
response going.
Just like.
Hey there, adventurer! Get ready to embark on an epic journey with Mythcraft RPG. Mythcraft is the ultimate TTRPG system and universe brought to you by the Homebrew Network in partnership with Quasi-Real Publishing. With one of the most robust character creation systems on the market, you'll have the power to design and play your dream character in a huge, narratively rich universe. Choose from 14 lineages, 11 classes, countless occupations and profession options, and a ton of talents. Discover endless, intriguing, and unique combinations to create your perfect hero. And the best part? You'll get a new option for your character with a new talent point every level. Mythcraft needs your support to make this happen. Check out the Kickstarter at mythcraftrpg.com and get ready to embark on the adventure of a lifetime. Mythcraft RPG Kickstarter is open until April 19th, and you won't want to miss out on this thrilling journey. Let's do this! That's mythcraftrpg.com.